think we forgot anything?
Oh yeah, we definitely forgot something. It'll be a matter of figuring out what it is. As long as we have money and our ID, then we can do anything else. I'm honestly just tired of driving. Yesterday we left Huntsville pretty early and we got into Kansas City at my grandparents' house just in time for dinner, where my grandpa and my cousin helped cook some dinner for us. We also met up with my mom and then we hung out and spent the night with family there in Kansas City before getting up early today to head this way. Oops, super not sketch.
Colorado, we made it! So it's day 2 of us driving to Colorado. We got to Colorado about an hour ago. It's been raining since we got here. I took a little nap. I couldn't keep my eyes open. We can see a lovely thunderstorm off in the distance. We are currently driving to Colorado Springs to meet up with my family. My mom Allie's there, my brother Josh, and my uncle Kirk. They've been in Colorado for the past week. They came up to see my uncle play in a disc golf tournament in the town of Victor, Colorado. And they've been hanging out, bouncing from city to city, and we're gonna meet up here. Yeah, there's a fly in here that's been bothering us for the last hour.
It's a fly that bites.
Kept landing on my face while I was sleeping. I'm surprised Sasquatch hasn't wanted to get it yet.
It's landed on her too. It's landed on. Damn it. God. Oh, there it is. Would you go climb up that mountain?
Hell no. No, I would not. Those people no. My hands are sweating literally thinking about it. I would never do that.
Alright, so this morning we're at Manitou Springs, Colorado, just outside of Colorado Springs, and we're going to sample some of the different springs around town, and we're going to tell you what we think of them. Alright, Jordan, so the first one is Shoshone Spring. Take a sip and tell me what you think.
It's carbonated. Kind of flat, but you can taste like that carbon CO2 taste that mineral water has. I like it. I wouldn't buy it at the store. But I'd give it a 2.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's got kind of like an interesting taste to it. I can't quite put my finger on. It's almost like it's slightly flavored. I'll also give it a 2. Navajo Spring is not running.
I'm sad.
0 out of 5.
0 out of 5. This is Cheyenne Springs. This one's fizzier than the other one, and it has less of that mineral taste. I would go 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, it has less of a minerally strong taste, but it still has the minerally taste. But this is more pleasant and like calm, and it definitely feels more fizzy. I'll also give it a 3. Pretty good consensus today.
Oh, that one has compressor built up.
There's even less bubbles in the other ones. There's also just kind of tastes like regular water. Maybe 3, maybe 4, probably 3.
I kind of like the minerally taste of this one better. Not quite the same. It's really loud. but I would rate this one 4. I like this one.
Zero smell of good. This one tastes the most crisp. Crisp and clean. I think I like this one the best. Yeah, 4 out of 5.
4 out of 5?
4 out of 5.
This one's really pleasant, actually. I agree with the crisp comment, and I think this one's my favorite too. It's really not overly flavorful with the minerals, but you can tell that they're there, and I really like this one. I'm glad I took your advice. I filled it all the way up. That's good. So you might be wondering why we're trying all these springs in this random town in Colorado. So back in the day, the Native Americans actually, in the area, there were different tribes. And they would all come here to this area where all the springs are to try all the different springs to get drinking water. They found health benefits to it. And they also came here for relaxing in the springs themselves, taking baths, and enjoying themselves. But they would actually set down all their weapons and come here as a place of peace between all the tribes and not have any conflicts. So we're here today trying what all they got to have a couple of 100 years ago, and I think it's been pretty good. What do you think, Jordan? And now we're headed to Cave of the Winds. All good. Taller than I thought they were going to be. As we were driving up, they looked really short, like in the distance. And then now that we're up here, they look really tall. But I still would like to climb up to that first little thing, first ridge. I think that'd be cool.
This is our home for the night. This is a 10-person tent that we bought from Walmart. $90 a couple years ago. This is Kirk's lovely home over here. He's got his own bedroom. Fire pit, we gotta buy fire still. Cat's hanging out over here next to our picnic table. Lovely bear box down here below. And
Sand dunes are right here. Hello.
we're gonna try to hike to the top of either that little point over there. We're gonna kind of see when we get up there how the sand's moving, which way's best. I'm ready.
Let's go. We made it to the top. Now what are we gonna do?
Walk back down.
Walk all the way down. But we're gonna run, right? We're gonna.
No, I'm not running.
Oh, you're not running?
I don't want sand in my shoes.
Ooh.
We gotta hike in these next 3 weeks.
Good point. I already have sand in my shoes. They have holes. It's kind of weird that all this sand is piled up in one specific corner of this valley. So we've got the mountains over here and over here, but west and south we've got valley plains, and all the predominant winds are coming off the valley, and they're kind of building up in this corner of mountains we have over here. So they're grabbing all those loose sand particles and they're bringing them right up here in the corner where they've kind of all compacted. Now the reason that these dunes are so high is because the opposite side winds are called the storm winds, and they come off the mountains here, right behind me. And they actually come and recirculate the dunes up on top of themselves. So they blow the sand back up on top, and the predominant winds bring all the sand from the valley over to this corner of the valley. So you kind of get this big stack of about 50 square miles of sand dunes. Epic place, Jordan, right?
Yeah, pretty cool.
Would you come back and visit again?
Absolutely.
Perfect. All right, we made it down. We were way up there.
For reference, for anyone else that's trying to do this, it took us about an hour and a half to get to the top and about 25 minutes to get to the bottom.
Much faster, and we didn't even have the sandboards.
It's about 11 o'clock, and the weather said it was supposed to be only like 75 right now. Feels way hotter than that, and the sand is actually starting to burn your fingers if you touch it. So go really. Cheyenne Springs.
Hang on.
This is Cheyenne Springs.